Alright, I want to show you how to properly uncap your frame rate in Rogue Company. Now, if you don't know, Rogue Company's frame rate is capped at 150 by default. Don't know why, it just is. Maybe they wanted everyone to have a fair advantage, same amount of frame rate. I don't fucking know. Anyway, you might have looked up tutorials, seen it, and say, well, this doesn't work. The game just resets it back to default, and it's still capped at 150. You know, I'm going to show you pretty much the same tutorial that's out there, but you have to stay tuned because there's another step that people forget. This is why it doesn't work, so stay tuned until the very end, and I'll prove it does work. Okay, what you need to do is you need to click the Windows key and the R key. The dialog box is on my other monitor, but I'll bring it over here. And you have to type app data. Now, like I said, this might seem familiar, what you've already seen, but hold your horses, because I promise you that there is another step after this. You want to click local and scroll down until you find Rogue Company, and then you click on saved, config, Windows no editor, and then see the game user settings. You click on that, and then you see where it says script kill streak. This, you want to put your mouse after the bracket, like so it's highlighted. You see it blinking, and click enter, and then you want to type frame rate limit, and you spell it just like that, capital F, capital R, capital L, equals, and you type your frame rate you want, or whatever your monitor supports. Mine's kind of shit, it only does 180. You have to put a period. That's what people don't tell you. You have to put a period, 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 zeros. Have to. Okay? And you go to File and save it. And the other thing you have to do is you right click on that game user settings. Oops. You right click it, go to Properties, click Read Only, and click Apply. Because the game will write to it and it'll delete that. You have to click Read Only. Now here's the other thing. Let's say if you set it to let's say you got your frame rate wrong and you accidentally typed 240 and you want to change it to only 200. Maybe you don't want 240. Whatever the case may be, you have to disable this. You have to take off read only. If you keep it on and try to change it, it'll try to save it as a whole new save file. Let me explain. So if read only is on, and then you go here to go to game user settings, and for example, if I try to do, I'm just gonna type random 190, and if I try to save it, you see how this pops up and it's trying to save it as a new file. You don't want to do that. So if you want to edit this, again, you have to, I'm just gonna click don't save, but if you want to edit it, you have to turn off the read only. You have to turn that off. Edit it. When you're done and you save it, make sure you turn this back on. I want to make that clear. Every time you edit this, no matter what you edit inside of it, you have to turn this off, edit, change it, and then turn this back on. Otherwise, the game, when it boots up, it'll just reset itself to default. And then if you give me a minute, I will pause the screen recording and I'll boot the game up and show you that this does work. And as you can see, it's at 180. I know the graphics are shit. It's because this monitor I'm running it off of is not hooked up to the graphics card. Don't ask why. But make sure your VSync is off. Because if it's on, for some reason, it'll like half it, whatever you set that resolution to. See, it's only running at 60. So yeah, make sure your VSync is off. But other than that, and I don't want to hear you roasting me, oh, look, he's got to play on low settings to get 180. Like I said, this monitor isn't hooked up to the GPU. But anyway, yeah, I hope this helps. I hope you found this useful. So just to recap again, you have to put a dot and then 6 zeros after that frame rate number, and then you have to turn on read only. So I hope this helps you. With that being said, I am out.